Hey guys, this is part 3 of a 3-part review. If you haven't seen parts 1 or 2 yet, click on the annotations on the screen to go do that. If you have seen parts 1 and 2, keep watching. After Samus and Ridley's characters have gone through enough torture, Anthony steps in to save the helpless damsel in distress. Ridley dodges his attack like a badass and effortlessly kills him as Samus does absolutely nothing to help him. Wait, Anthony's dead? No! I'm actually upset about this. I liked him. Seeing Anthony die, Samus finally stands up to face Ridley, who— Would you stop screaming? Thank you. This is easily my favorite boss fight in this entire game, and not just because it's Ridley. The theme is epic. Ridley attacks so quickly that you won't have enough time to even react to dodge him. His attacks have surprisingly long range. He'll armor himself up, making himself completely immune to your attacks, and he will occasionally grab you and scrape you against the wall. I lost to Ridley 3 times before I was able to beat him. Partially because I got sick of spamming the dodge button, partially because Ridley does a ton of damage, and partially because I was enjoying the fight. Sue me. Ridley falls to the floor, and Samus, are you kidding me? Ridley's come back from the dead how many times now? 5? Are you seriously not going to make sure he's even dead? I know you're a woman, and Adam isn't speaking in your ear anymore, which means you're completely helpless, but come on! Ridley isn't dead, he gets up and easily escapes, and Samus mopes about the loss of Anthony. At this point, I lost what little remaining interest I had in the game. So let's just paraphrase what happens next. Samus meets that woman again, revealing herself to be Madeline Berkman, the person in charge of this place, and in a 10-minute cutscene, learns that the scientists on the ship are complete idiots, cloning space pirates, Ridley, indestructible Metroids, and recreating Mother Brain. Samus goes to destroy them, runs into Nightmare on the way, kills him, reaches Sector 0, where the Metroids are held, and in another 10-minute cutscene, gets headed off by Adam, who shoots her in the back with a freeze gun, one that we already know can kill people, and goes off to sacrifice himself to destroy the Metroids, even though we already know that there are Metroids in other parts of the ship, and we could, you know, just blow up the place from the outside. Samus finally self-authorizes the gravity suit, which surprised me, as she wasn't smart enough to use it against Nightmare. Speaking of whom, Nightmare gets up again, and again, we kill him. We then see a cutscene of... Oh no. No, Ridley, run away! Damn it! This pissed me off so much, and I already knew it was going to happen. Ridley gets killed by something else. Ridley, the main antagonist of the Metroid series, is killed by something else. What sucks even more is that there was build up to a second fight with him. Part of Adam's reasoning for sacrificing himself instead of Samus was that he couldn't beat Ridley, and defeating Ridley is the final order he gives to Samus. Also, you gotta know that you have a terrible cast of characters when the antagonist's death is what saddens you the most. Moving on, we found another dead Marine. This time it's James, who, fun fact, was the deleter. The game never tells you, which shocked me, as it shoves literally everything else down your throat. Samus continues, finds Ridley's remains, and finds another survivor. Another short woman who can run in high heels who is emotionally unstable with a motherhood complex. God, I hate this game. She sicks a Queen Metroid on you, which I was happy to kill and avenge Ridley's death. Pity the fight is stupidly easy, and the only point in the entire game where you actually fight Metroids. You kill the Queen Metroid, only you don't kill her, but then the ship stops, throwing the Queen Metroid against the wall, you jump into the Queen Metroid's mouth, and with one of the dumbest game designs I've ever seen, the game authorizes power bombs without telling you. I knew that I was supposed to do this, and I almost died anyway. We catch up to that jerk that sicked the Queen Metroid on us, and surprise, this is actually Madeline Berkman. The blonde woman we saw earlier, this is the recreation of Mother Brain. the main villain of this game turns out to be a blonde Mother Brain wearing high heels. Mother Brain attacks us as more Galactic Federation troops show up. Giant monsters from all over the ship attack us. It's a nice setup, it's a hopeless situation, and the battle with her is a search. Wait, what? The final battle versus this game's antagonist is a goddamn search section. And you aren't even the one that kills Mother Brain. You just point at her and you win. Minus this search section, this entire ending sequence is 22 minutes long. 27 if you count the credits. A pretentious commander shows up, tries to take Madeline with him, probably to execute her. But surprise! Anthony is still alive! Yay! He survived by freezing a lava monster before he hit the lava. Sure, why not? I'll buy it. His presence allows for Samus to take Madeline with her. They get away and head home. Some reminiscing goes on. Samus is sad about Adam or something, I don't care. And the credits play. Sweet release. But wait! The game isn't over! The bottle ship is scheduled for destruction. But before it is, Samus goes back to retrieve something irreplaceable, which turns out to be Adam's helmet. This allows you to explore the bottle ship and find the power-ups you missed, but this far into the game, I didn't care. I just wanted to beat the damn thing. I go straight for the helmet, but suddenly, boss fight! It's Phantoon! Remember? From Super Metroid. Of all the bosses to use, they picked this one for the final boss. This is also a pretty epic boss fight, but as always, dodge, charge shot, repeat, win. So Phantoon dies, we retrieve the helmet, Samus runs back to her ship in her Zero suit for no reason whatsoever, probably because Adam's helmet didn't authorize her to use her regular suit. And the game, finally, is over. I finished the game with 47% item completion, and I have no desire to go back and try to get the rest. But before I give you my fairly obvious verdict, here are some specific things that I really, well, sort of liked, and really disliked. In previous Metroid games, missile tanks give you 5 missiles for every pickup you find. In this game, you only get 1. And honestly, you don't need any. You can recharge them almost instantly. Imagine if, let's say Mario, you had to collect 500 coins to get a 1-up instead of 100. It's stupid! Why would you make your power-ups less satisfying to collect? On that note, some energy tanks are split into 4 parts. So you have to collect 4 power-ups to increase your health, instead of 1. But I do like the idea of the charge beam upgrades. You can find Excel charges, which makes your charge beam charge up faster. It's not very noticeable due to the fact that your charge beam charges instantly every time you dodge, but I like the idea. I have yet to talk about the Morphol. The Morphol is probably the part of this game that controls the best. Sadly, this is because, much like the scan visor and the dodging mechanic, it's been heavily simplified for Other M. In previous Metroid games, the Morphol was an essential tool for your survival. Certain enemies and bosses could only be killed with Morphol abilities, Power Bombs were one of the most useful and powerful items in the entire game, you could use the Morphol to avoid attacks, and creative puzzles were built around its utility. The Prime series added to this even further, creating abilities like the Boost Ball and the Spider Ball, making creative puzzles and bosses based on those abilities. Metroid Other M takes a giant, disappointing step backwards. There are very few puzzles in the game that use the Morphol. The only times you use it in combat is if you're in an area where you can't stand up. It isn't useful against any of the bosses. You don't get to use Power Bombs until the very end of the game, and the Spider and Boost Ball abilities were completely removed. It's been almost completely downgraded to a means of transportation. It's not implemented poorly, unlike most of the things in this game. It's just a big letdown in comparison to previous installments. Metroid Other M brings back Samus' speed boost ability from the 2D Metroid games, something that was missing from the Prime series. And once I saw how it was implemented, I easily understood why it couldn't make the jump to 3D. The way the speed boost works is that you run in a single direction for a certain amount of time, and after you run for so long, you speed up, powering straight through obstacles and enemies alike. This was one of the coolest abilities to use in the 2D games. Quickly dashing through enemies and killing them in one shot is so enjoyable. But it doesn't translate well into Metroid Other M. See, when using the speed boost, you can't change direction, or the boost will end. This is fine when it's 2D, you only have to worry about going left or right. But in 3D, if you move even slightly in a diagonal direction, the boost will end. That, added with the fact that it takes about 5 seconds for the boost to start, in comparison to Fusion's 2 seconds and Super Metroid's 1, it falls laughably short of previous games. When it does work, it's fun to use, especially when using the Shine Spark ability. But it just isn't designed for a 3D environment. I lost to the first boss in this game multiple times because I forgot how to lock on in first-person mode, and this particular fight won't let you move until you do that. So I just sat there as the boss killed me. Multiple times. Hey, move, whoa, hello? I can't move! I can't move! What the hell was that? I can't move! I can't move! I can't move! Point at the... I can't move! Why can't I move? Oh my god! This is bullshit. I wasn't happy. Samus's walking sections are stupid and pointless. There are 2 quotes from a Nintendo employee, the producer of Nintendo Treehouse, Nate Bildorf, trying to defend this game that kind of pissed me off. He calls out Samus' scene with Ridley, telling how it wasn't a sign of weakness, but of strength, and those calling it anything otherwise are missing the point. Excuse me? Becoming paralyzed from fear to such a degree that it takes one of your best friends dying to snap you out of it is considered a sign of strength? He then tries to defend Other M's characterization of Samus by saying, Samus' character has been a matter of individual perception, especially in the US, where people haven't read the official Metroid manga. Okay, first off, basing the story off of a manga that nobody has read was incredibly stupid, and second off, I've read that manga, and this game ignores it almost as much as it does the rest of the goddamn series. I love Anthony's dialogue during the Ridley fight. I like to imagine that he's speaking directly to Sakamoto.
Hey! Hey, Pop! Don't you know how to treat a lady? Man, you got no style! I think I gotta teach you a lesson about silence! Come on!
I have never been happier to see an NPC die than I was when Adam sacrificed himself. Which is odd, because the game plays it off as if it's some sort of extremely tragic moment. Okay, I am putting this in my video last minute, like literally. It was uploading, but I stopped it because I just found this article in which Sakamoto explained in his words why Other M failed. I'm going to read the entire article to you, and I just want you to appreciate the sexism, stupidity, hypocrisy, just embrace it, and you'll understand why I've been hating on Sakamoto so much in this entire review.
It is quite obvious why Other M does not succeed when compared to other Nintendo games. It features a female main character. Mario, Link, Kirby, those are all male Nintendo characters that never fail to generate good sales. It's not just about the sales either. The game as a whole was received fairly poorly compared to other hit Nintendo titles. I personally wrote the story for the game, so I know it can't be So I know it can't be that. I mean, I created a strong female character. Sorry. That people could just not accept. I apologize if gamers feel like they were emasculated playing the game, but that shouldn't affect your judgment of everything else.
When asked about the success of the Metroid Prime series compared to Other M, Sakamoto replied,
Most people who play the game are completely unaware that the main character is a female. This is why I avoided what hurt Other M the most. I believe that if Other M had disguised Samus' gender like in Metroid Prime, Other M would have surpassed the entire Metroid series. Perhaps for the next Metroid game, we should have Adam Malkovich become the lead character. I can't wait to write his story.
Sakamoto doesn't want to work on any future Metroid games. So in case you didn't find it obvious, I didn't like this game. People will try to defend it by saying that, oh, the story sucks, but the gameplay is good, so it's fine. Or, it's a bad Metroid game, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game. No! It's a bad game! It has so many bad design choices. The story is atrocious and disgusting. Even if it wasn't an insult to one of Nintendo's oldest franchises, and the fact that it is makes it that much worse. There hasn't been a Metroid game since this game was released, and after playing this, I can easily see why. I can only hope that when the next Metroid game is released, they take as little inspiration from Other M as they can. There are plenty of ways to fix this. Samus wasn't acting like herself. It's not actually Ridley. It's not actually Mother Brain. Please! There are plenty of ways you can sweep it under the rug. Just don't let this abomination continue. Because if this kind of characterization, flawed game design, and story continues, then I cannot call myself a Metroid fan anymore. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. Guess what? My birthday's today. I'm 20 years old. Did you guys get me a present? You didn't? Oh. Well, that's okay. Just hit the like button, leave your thoughts on Other M in the comments section, share this video across the internet, and subscribe to see my future videos as well. That's the best present you guys can give me. If you loved Other M and didn't like my video, that's okay. You clearly already have poor tastes. So please hit that dislike button, leave a hateful remark that I can laugh at, and subscribe to hate my future videos as well. If you want to stay up to date on my content, you should follow me on Twitter. I post updates on my videos there. Maybe check out some of my other videos, or my gameplay channel, or the videos I mentioned in this video. I don't know, this is a long video. You might want to take a break from the internet first. Go stretch a bit or grab a snack or something. That's everything for this video, so thank you all for watching, I hope you're all enjoying life, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!